The Fairgrounds Nashville campus Geodis Park is a long-term project with so many different stakeholders involved. And they all had to align their vision and come together in a master plan that they could all agree with, which I think is such a challenging task. There's obviously still a lot more to come, but I think it's exciting the way that the project has evolved over time, with the public park coming in first and all the community engagement that went into that, followed by the MLS soccer stadium, which we had the opportunity to walk in such a creative project. There's a lot more to come, and I think the space is really beginning to come together.
This is a regional amenity. I think it's the only project we look at that's really regional in its impact, with thousands and thousands of people coming here. And I thought the scale and the way they integrated the capacity to accommodate all those people, but also keep it accessible and connected for the neighborhood was terrific. I'm really eager to see how it builds out when the next phases are done.
So many stadiums are impervious and very much spaceships that come and land on a site, and this one was so light and airy and penetrable that I think it was a benefit to the park.
At the moment you enter the stadium, you feel like you're right on the pitch.
It's a wonderfully functional space and designed with, to accommodate all kinds of groups, and they're already having great success with it. So I think it's a great public sector investment.
The Fairgrounds Nashville and Geodis Park is transformative, high level on what the whole campus looks like. I like to start at Fair Park because that was always the first project that was funded and kind of started that vision of what the fairgrounds could be. And then as we transform over to the expo buildings, we've got over 131,000 square feet of very flexible, show space and covered sheds to help support our flea market, which has been around since 1969, so really important to be able to support all of our legacy events and new events. Over and up the hill is Geodis Park, which is, beautiful from down below as you look up and you can kind of scan the horizon. You can see downtown from Geodis Park, and it just is a really kind of crown on the hill. We had an opportunity to completely transform and revitalize the entire site, which was desperately needed. We needed to modernize. The Fair Park part of the Fairgrounds Nashville Improvement Program was the initial project that really kicked off the investment. But what Fair Park did in that vision was to open it up to the community. So we transformed that, at the same time taking care of our responsibilities with Browns Creek. The fairgrounds improvement in this project specifically was, I think, the most transformative, because prior to, we were very closed off, and we really wanted to change that. So we literally tore down the fencing, and the infrastructure piece was critical because we made new roadways with sidewalks and bike lanes, and we just were able to connect communities, neighborhoods on either side of the property, and frankly making it more accessible to everyone. It was really important that we modernized everything. Giant, open, flexible space, so that when events came in and rented our space, they were able to transform it however they want. The idea of bringing the soccer stadium, Geodis Park, to the Fairgrounds Nashville, I like to say it was the catalyst that allowed for the investment in the other parts of the property. It was also really important for us that it didn't detract from the surrounding neighborhood and kind of the vibe in our neighborhood of Wedgwood, Houston, and that it complemented our other buildings that we were doing. And I really do think we accomplished that now that you see the projects, the expo buildings and Geodis Park done. Something that we've been really conscientious of is how to honor the past. And we can honor the past by evolving and creating new spaces that support us for generations to come. It's preserving by investing.